Hello and welcome to Yoga for Transformation. Transformation is definitely a process, it's a journey, but movement is a beautiful catalyst for change. You change the way you move, change the way you think, ultimately shifting your perspective. So have fun with it. This is suitable for all ability levels. I'll accommodate new and more practiced yogis alike. If you find yourself saying like, oh, I haven't done this, shape since I was a kid, good. Maybe that's exactly what you need. So enjoy the process, have fun with it. Don't be too hard on yourself, and let's get started in a child's pose. Bring the knees out wide, extend the arms forward, sink the hips back towards the heels. If it's ever uncomfortable on the hips, keep the knees wide. You can always bring them together. Resting the forehead down. If it serves you to use a block or pillow underneath the forehead, you can do that as well. Just take the opportunity here in this child's pose to set up the breath for your practice, taking a big inhale through the nose. And working to keep the mouth closed, exhale through the nose as well. As you inhale, feel the back body lift. And as you exhale, feel the hips sink back a little closer towards the heels. Inhale, belly expands. Exhale, let it go. One more cycle of breath. Inhale. Exhale. Next inhale, let's press up, tabletop. Wrists under shoulders, knees directly under hips, warming up the spine. Inhale, drop the belly, gaze up, toes tuck. Exhale, chin to chest, round, draw the tailbone down. Inhale, arch the back, tuck the toes, gaze up. Exhale it out, round. Inhale, as you fill up, squeeze the shoulder blades back. Exhale it out, round the upper back. Last one, deepest breath. Inhale, fill all the way up. When the gaze reaches the top, press the chin forward, stretching out the throat. Exhale all the air out. Maybe come up onto the fingertips. Just let the shoulders drape over. Back to tabletop position. Let's do a wrist stretch. So dial the fingers back to point towards the body. You can shift the body weight back. If this is too intense, you can always just bring the hands out to the sides. If you have nice open wrists, you can make your way back to a tabletop or a down dog, but just being really mindful, still warming up the body. Let's flip the grip. So now the palms are facing up. You can either point the fingers in towards each other, or you can point the fingers back towards the body. But start to make some fists. Touch each finger to the thumb. Maybe bend and straighten the elbows. Let's tuck the toes, sit the hips back to the heels, roll out, shake out the wrists. Working a toe stretch, so either tucking the toes or staying elevated if it's too intense. Really try to get those toes tucked under, really trying to stretch the fascia out of the feet. Let's interlace the fingers, flip the grip, palms are facing up. Inhale, lengthen out through the spine. Exhale, chin to chest, press the palms away from the body. Draw the tailbone down, belly button in. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, round, press away. Inhale, lift. Exhale, press. Inhale, lift up. This time, lean right, gaze left. Continue to draw the tailbone down. Start to fire up the core. Come back through center, lean left, gaze right. Back through center, bend the elbows, let the head go back into the palms of the hands, elbows go wide, press the heart up towards the sky. Cactus the arms, interlace the fingers behind the body, roll the shoulders back, and then take the fist package down towards the mat. Let the head go. Good. Slowly release, cartwheel the arms over. If you had those toes tucked, you can pat out the feet, get the blood flowing back into the toes. And then shift the body weight forward, lower the heart down all the way to the belly, keeping the hands under the shoulders. Bring the legs together, big toes come to touch. Squeeze the heels together, press into the tops of the feet. Squeeze the elbows tight beside the body. As you inhale, use the strength of the back body to lift the gaze up. Continue to keep those elbows tight beside you. Press the tops of the feet down into the mat. One more inhale, lift up, gaze up. Lower down. Extend the arms forward. This time, if you want to bring the feet hips width distance apart, you most certainly can do that. So as we inhale, we're lifting the legs, lifting the arms up, lifting the gaze up. Try to extend the legs back and then lift them up. Keep lifting the arms up with every inhale breath. One more inhale, lift up, squeeze up, lower down. Walk the hands back so they're under the shoulders, and then walk them back one more handprint so they're a little closer towards the hips. Bring the feet out wide, width of the mat, press into the hands, lift the torso up. Notice if the elbows go wide, wrap them in, press into the hands, lengthen out the back body, gaze up. Good, bend the elbows, pull the heart forward, lower down to the mat. Bring the left hand under the left shoulder, extend the right arm out like a T. Bend the left foot up towards the glute and then step it behind the body. If the arm doesn't extend out to a T, you can always bend it like an upside down goalpost with the palm facing out, doing it that way. I know I did this with my mom and it was a little uncomfortable for her to extend the arm all the way out. So we did that upside down goalpost, palm facing up, so maybe that works better for you. It's getting that nice opening through the shoulders. As the left knee opens a little further, you feel a little deeper stretch through the shoulder. Coming back through center, right hand under right shoulder, extend the left arm out to a T. If that is uncomfortable, you can do that upside down, palm facing out. But we bend the right heel up towards the glute, step it behind you. You can keep the right hand in front of you, or you can start to bind it behind the body, palm facing out. Come back through center. Hands under the shoulders, tuck the toes, press back, hips towards heels, pass through a child's pose with the hips high, forehead down. Let's tuck the toes, send the hips high, meaning in a downward facing dog. So in your down dog, your feet are hips width distance apart. If your heels are off of the mat, that's perfectly fine, but just put a little bend in the knees, press into the hands, getting the heart and the belly towards the thighs. Gazing towards the belly button, pressing firmly into the palms, wrapping the elbows in, belly in. Revolve down dog. Keep the left hand planted, right hand works towards the outside of the left leg, wherever you can grab. Gaze under the left armpit, give a nice little tug on the outside of the leg. Deepening the twist. Switch it out. Plant the right hand, left palm to right leg. Press firmly into the right palm, sending the hips higher, and then gazing under the right armpit, finding that twist. Back to down dog. Let's inhale the heels high off the mat and tiptoe the feet up to the hands. Deep bend in the knees, grab opposite elbow, let the head go, ragdoll it out. Any swaying or rocking that feels good, please take it. Let this practice be nourishing for your body, however you need it to be. Good. Roll the ankles in and out, just connecting to the feet. Maybe rock front to back, feeling that little bit of weight go into the toes, then back into the heels. Release the hands down to the mat. Keep the right hand planted. Put a bend in the right knee. Open the left arm up. As you open the left arm up, try to straighten the left leg. Press the left hip back. Gaze towards the left thumb. And switch. Bend the left knee. Plant the left hand. Open the right arm up. Press the right hip back, working to straighten the right leg. Right hand comes down to the mat. Interlace the fingers behind the body. You can grab your towel or shirt or anything that you need if that helps facilitate the shoulder stretch. If you do have nice open shoulders, eventually trying to work the palms to touch. Keep the bind. Bend the knees, press into the heels. Let the bind lift you up to standing. When you reach the top, keep that bind. Press into the feet, start to activate the quadriceps. And then as you press the hips forward, start to take that fist package down the back of the legs for a little back bend. Maybe letting the head go. Squeeze the glutes, press the hips forward. Good, rise back up to standing. Release the hands, sweep the arms overhead, gaze towards the thumbs. And bring the hands to heart center. Bow your head, close your eyes. Set an intention for your practice. If it is an intention of transformation or change, I pray that this practice sparks something inside of you, diminishes the fear, gives you the confidence to make any big changes that you need to make with a happy, healthy body, a clear mind, and a loving heart. All right, enjoy your practice. Let's sweep the arms overhead, gaze at thumbs. Exhale, bend the knees, open the arms, swan dive, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, get a little bit of length through the spine. You can have the hands on the mat, the shins, the thighs, stomach in, back is flat. Exhale, fold, plant the hands, step the right foot back. Left foot follows. As you chaturanga, there's always an option to lower the knees first, wrap the elbows in, and then lower the heart down towards the mat. Then you can stay on the knees, press the tops of the feet in, keeping the elbows tight beside the body. You can gaze up for your up dog. And then you can lower the heart back down, tuck the toes, hips towards heels, passing through a child's pose, and then tucking the toes, sending the hips high for a downward facing dog. So anytime we do a vinyasa flow, that flow is always accessible for you. If it's just too much to keep the knees lifted, you can always lower them down. This is your practice. Step the right foot forward. If it takes a couple times to step it forward, that's fine. Left foot follows. Inhale to a halfway lift. Exhale, bend the knees, fold forward. Inhale, rise all the way up to stand. Sweep the arms overhead, gaze at thumbs. Maybe add a little back bend. Squeeze the glutes, press hips forward, lean back. Come back up through stand, swan dive, open the arms, fold forward. Find it, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Plant the hands, step the left foot back. Right foot follows, chaturanga. So keeping the knees lifted or lower them down. Heart lowers to the mat. Rolling to the tops of the feet. If you're in an up dog and you want to press the tops of the feet to lift the knees, gaze up, squeeze the shoulder blades. Chin to chest, roll over the tops of the feet, down dog. Step the left foot forward. Right foot comes up to meet the left. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, rise all the way up to stand. Add that little back bend in. Rise up, swan dive, fold forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Plant the hands, step, hop, walk, or float the feet back, passing through your chaturanga. Upward facing dog, Urdhva Mukha. Exhale, Adho Mukha, down dog. Breathe. Gaze towards the belly button. Find that length in the spine. If you do have your heels grounded to the mat, try to make a little energetic shift. You keep them grounded, but think about energetically trying to spread them apart, like you're spreading your sits bones apart. Finding a little more opening through the sacrum. Gaze forward, step or hop the feet to meet the hands. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold forward. Hips in the chair, Utkatasana. So the knees and the ankles and the big toes come to touch. Lift the biceps by the ears. Suck the belly in. Neutralize the tailbone. Good. Pretend like you have a dollar bill in between your knees. You're trying to squeeze it. Hold on to it. Let's sweep the arms back. Interlace the fingers behind you. Come high on the tiptoes. Keep squeezing the knees together. Heels stay lifted. Sweep the arms up. Utkatasana arms. Then work to straighten the legs, keeping the heels lifted. And then lowering back down for Utkatasana. Trying to keep the knees together, heels lifted. Good. Lower the heels back down, back to Utkatasana. Sweep the right arm back, left arm forward, gaze towards the right thumb. Come back through center. Sweep the left arm back, right arm forward. Arms come back up through center. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Plant the hands, step or hop the feet back, chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe, gaze towards belly button. Send the right leg high, bend the knee, open the hip, send the right heel towards the left glute. So the right knee is pointed high towards the sky. If it feels good to wiggle the ankles or wiggle the toes, circle out the ankles, feel free. Maybe draw some circles with the right knee, getting that opening through the hip joint. Other direction. Straighten the right leg. Lift the left heel off of the mat. Shift the body weight forward. Send the right knee towards the forehead. Send it back. Right knee, right tricep. Tap it to the outside, or if you like to fly, you can fly. Send it back. Right knee, left tricep. Tap it or fly. Send it back. Right foot steps forward. High crescent lunge. Draw the belly in. 90-degree bend in the right knee, trying to press the back of the left knee out. Good. Shift the body weight forward. Hover the belly over the right thigh. Bend the left knee. Step the left foot up to meet the right. Back in our Utkatasana. Squeeze the knees, squeeze the ankles together. Put weight into the left foot. Draw the right knee up in towards the body. Send it back. Warrior 3. You can keep the arms extended forward. If that's too intense, you can bring hands to heart center. Good. We're bending the left knee, and then we're straightening for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Step back, high crescent lunge. Cactus the arms, lean back. Sweep the arms forward, meeting in a pyramid pose. So step the right foot up, so it's about 3 feet from the left foot. Back foot is pointed to 45-degree angle. Inhale to a halfway lift. If you want to take the left hand to the left hip crease, you can pull that left hip back. Then you feel that right hip dart forward. Then bring the left hand back down, fold over the left leg. Breathe. If you need a bend in the left knee, or if you need to use blocks under the right and the left hand, that is absolutely fine. Inhale, half lift. Step the right foot up to meet the left foot, hips in the chair. Good. Straighten the legs, lift up, lean back. Swan dive, fold forward. Inhale to a half lift. Exhale, fold. Plant the hands, step or hop or walk the feet back. Move through your chaturanga, knees lifted or keep them dropped. Inhale through an up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Send the left leg high. So find the movement on this side that feels good. Circle out the ankle, wiggle the toes, draw circles with the left knee in one direction, make a few circles, and then switch out the direction. Straighten the left leg, elevate the right heel off the mat, shift the body weight forward, left knee to forehead, really press into the hands, make the connection forehead to knee, send it back. Left knee, left tricep, tap it to the outside and hold, or if you fly, you can fly. Send it back. Left knee, right tricep, hold it or fly. Send it back. Right foot steps forward, high crescent lunge. If it takes you a couple steps to get the left foot up to the top, that's fine. Just meet me there. Right heel is stacked over the toes. Press the back of the right knee out. And then notice if the belly pulls forward. We want to wrap in, getting a long spine. Shift the body weight forward, hovering the belly over the thigh. Extend the arms forward. And then bend the right knee. Step the right foot up to meet the left. Hips in the chair, Utkatasana. Press into the right foot. Draw the left knee in towards the body. Lift it high, keep pressing firmly under the right foot. Then send it back, warrior three. Keeping the arms out extended, or you can bring them to heart center, you can bring them behind you. Definitely a little more challenging to keep the arms extended, but you know where you are today. Bending and straightening the right knee for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend the right knee, step the left foot back, high crescent lunge, land softly. Cactus the arms, lean back. Sweep the arms forward and step the left foot up just a couple steps. Inhale to a halfway lift. Maybe this time right hand to right hip crease. Drop, press the right hip back. Feel that left hip dart forward. And then fold over the right leg for your pyramid pose. Maybe as you inhale, get a little halfway lift. And as you exhale, maybe start to press down under the right big toe, shifting the right hip back, then folding over the right leg, finding some depth in the stretch through the breath. Bring the gaze forward. Bend the left knee, step the left foot up to meet the right. Hips in the chair, Utkatasana. I know. Utkatasana. I don't know if it's anyone's favorite, but it's important. It's important for change. It's important for growth. We've got to have big, strong legs. Straighten the legs, lift up, lean back. Swan dive, fold forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold, plant the hands, hop it back, chaturanga. Roll through your up dog, squeeze the shoulder blades back, press into the tops of the feet. Exhale, downward facing dog. Step the right foot forward, left heel grounds, warrior one. Inhale the arms up. So transformation, growth, always starts from a firm foundation. So literally, check out your foundation. Check out your feet here. Are you pressing into all four corners of the feet? Really connect. Start to bend into the right knee. Make sure the right knee isn't projecting over the toes. We want that nice 90-degree angle. Cactus the arms, interlace behind you. Roll back. Fist package down the left leg. Bend into the right knee. Lead with the heart. Humble. You're a warrior. Good. Keep the gaze towards the belly button, chin towards chest. Really try to let it go. Cartwheel the arms open, warrior two. Again, your foundation's so important. Draw the belly in, press into the feet. Make sure this right knee is opening up towards the pinky toe edge. Turn this left quadricep on. Reach fingertip to fingertip. Triceps are active. Flip the front palm, reverse. As you bend into the right knee, reach back. All right, big transition here, moving into half moon, Ardha Chandrasana. So if you need to step the left foot in a couple times, that's fine, but we're pressing off, coming into our half moon. If you need a block or a pillow or a book or something under the right hand, feel free, but ultimately, we want that right hand to start lifting off the floor, putting little pressure into the hand. Using that strength of the core, kicking through the left heel. Maybe play around with bringing right hand to heart center, keeping this right quadricep active. Let's revolve it out. So square the hips, keep the left leg lifted, but start to pigeon toe the left foot. Left hand plants, right arm opens up. Keep working the right shoulder back to stack it over the left shoulder. Right hand comes down, bend the right knee, and then step the left foot back. Bring the right hand to the instep of the right foot. We're in an active lizard lunge. So you can shift the body weight forward and back. Just rolling over those left toes. And then lower the left knee down. You can stay here on the palms. You can use a block under the hands. You can work your way down to forearms. There is an active lizard balance challenge if you want to go for that. You can tuck the left toes, lift the left knee, and start to thread the right shoulder underneath. You shift a little bit of weight towards the right, and then start to wrap the right hand behind the body, palm facing out. Press into this right foot, and then bring the left hand back. As you work the bind, try to pull the heart forward. Good, just something to play around with. Quad stretch. Reach the right hand back, placing the right hand on the hip, gazing back behind you. You can stay right here, getting this nice twist, or you can start to bend the left foot up towards the body, grab onto it. So as you pull the foot towards the body, you're also kicking the foot in towards the hand. Slowly release. Bring the right foot to the midline, just kind of heel toe it in. Sweep the arms up for a low crescent lunge. Maybe start to inch the right toes forward, really get deep into that left hip flexor, and then activate this left glute. Turn it on, allow this left hip flexor to open up. Cactus the arms, lean back. Bring the hands to the low back, gently press them forward, let the head go. Shift back, runner stretch. You can keep the hands grounded to the sides, you can have a bend in the knee here, but main focus, you want to keep these right toes flexed towards the face. Option to elevate the arms behind you, you can interlace them, but pulling the heart towards the toes. Let's do an IT band stretch. So walk the hands over to the right, and then you'll swivel on this left knee. Kind of take the left shin with you, and then you're working the pinky toe edge of this right foot down towards the mat. So you should feel it through this IT band on the right side. Eventually trying to get this right leg straight, pinky toe edge of the right foot working its way down towards the mat. Good, walk it around. Walk the body weight forward, press into the hands, tuck the left toes, lift the left knee, step the right foot back. Moving through our chaturanga, lower down. Upward facing dog, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, downward facing dog. Use the strength of the core to lift the hips up. Down dog. Breathe. Take those big, beautiful breaths, gazing towards the belly button. Send the left leg high. Elevate the right heel off the mat. Knee to forehead round, and then step the left foot forward. Warrior one, right heel plant. Sweep the arms up. Check out your foundation here. Take a minute, look down, set it up. Notice if this foot is way back and the knee is over the toes. We don't want that. That's really uncomfortable and not very good for our knees. So always make sure we've got a 90-degree bend. Pressing into the blade edge of the right foot. Really connect to the foundation of your feet here. Cactus the arms, lean back. Interlace behind you. Roll the shoulders back, fist package down the right leg. Bend the left knee, heart goes forward. And then take the bind with you. Gaze towards belly button. Cartwheel the arms open, warrior two. So a lot of times I'll have to heel toe my left foot a little more towards midline because I like my warrior one on train tracks rather than a tightrope. But you do you, boo. It's your practice. Open this knee up towards the pinky toe edge. Turn this quadricep on. Tailbone down, belly in. Gaze over that front middle finger. Turn your triceps on. Really reach to opposite ends of the room or wherever you are. Flip the front palm, reverse. As you reach back, think about spiraling the heart open towards the sky rather than just side body crunching into the right side. We really want to open up here. Rise up, warrior two. So that big transition when we're pressing off, finding that Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. So notice this right hip, if it's closed, we're trying to open it up, stack it on top of the left hip. Turn the right quadricep on, press into the left foot, finding your foundation through the strength of your legs and your core. Maybe play around with left hand to heart center. Steady the gaze, find one spot to focus on, steady the breath. Let's revolve it, right hand down, keep the right leg lifted, but you open the left arm up. That right foot is slightly pigeon-toed, so you're trying to slide the right inner thigh up the left inner thigh. Keep lifting and kicking through the right heel. Breathe. Good, left hand comes down, and then bend the left knee, step the right foot back. So you're in this high lizard, left hand can move to the instep of the foot, shift the body weight forward and back, staying in this active lizard. Lower the right knee down. So in this lizard lunge, if you want to play around with it, if you want to roll to the pinky toe edge, or if you like to draw the knee closer towards the shoulder, it just kind of shifts the position of the hips so you can just adjust, see what feels good for you. If you want to try the active floating lizard again, you can tuck the right toes, lift the right knee, and as you thread this right shoulder under, you shift a little bit of weight over to the left side, and then left hand wraps behind the body, palm facing out, right hand comes behind. And then you start to squeeze the shoulder blades together, Pull the heart forward. Good. So right knee is lowered. Let's reach the left hand back, finding that quad stretch here. Roll the left shoulder back, gaze back. Option to bend the right heel up towards the body. You can grab onto it with the left hand. And as you draw the foot towards the body, you're also kicking into the hand. Opposition of forces here. Slowly release. Heel to the left foot to midline. And then sweep the arms up for your low crescent. Again, make sure those left toes are inching forward so we aren't projecting the knee over the toes. Bend into the left knee. Activate the right glute. Open up the hip flexor. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lean back. Cactus the arms. Place the hands to the low back. Gently press hips forward. Let the head go. Shift back, runner stretch. Left toes flex towards the face. Have a bend in the knee if you need. You can use blocks on the sides, under the hands. But as you inhale, lift up, get that little bit of length, then exhale, try to find a little bit of depth. The breath is such a beautiful aid to our practice. It really allows us to go deeper, to draw inward, to create that single pointed focus. Good. Shift weight forward, plant the hands, tuck right toes, lift right knee, step the left foot back. Shift the body weight forward, chaturanga, up dog. Meeting in a downward facing dog. Pedal out the knees, walk your dog. Shake the head yes. Shake the head no. Shake the head yes again. Heels come high off the mat. Tiptoe the feet up to the hands, and then bring the feet wide, width of the mat. Sit the hips back towards, sit the hips down, knees go wide. Heart is lifted. If you want to work a crow pose here, totally optional, but I encourage you to try it. It's a lot of fun. So you bring the big toes and the ankles, I like to bring them pretty close to touch. Come high on the tiptoes so the knees go towards the armpits. Rather than staying low, we're really trying to get up there. Bring the gaze forward, shoulders shift forward, so you're going to grip the fingertips into the mat. Shift the body weight forward, maybe bring up left foot, maybe bring up right foot. Keep pressing into the hands, drawing the belly in. Good, meeting back in a malasana, prayer squat. So we're going to press into the feet, lift all the way up to standing. Heel toe the feet in, sweep the arms overhead, gaze up. Bend the knees, swan dive fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Plant the hands, step, hop, or walk the feet back, chaturanga. Up dog, down dog. Lower the knees to the mat. Sit the hips back towards the heels. Take a moment, recalibrate. So next we're setting up a camel pose, Ustrasana. So coming on the knees are 6 inches apart, feet are 6 inches apart. To begin, you'll have your hands on your low back, fingers pointed down towards the mat, and then you'll start to squeeze the glutes, press the hips forward, roll the shoulders back, press, 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 and then release the head back. If this is where you need to stay, please stay. If you can go a little deeper and you want to work right hand to right heel, left hand to left heel, you can make that connection. But avoid hanging out in limbo. You either want hands on low back or hands on heels. Continue squeezing the glutes together, pressing the hips forward, finding that heart opening, deep back bend here. One more inhale, exhale, press hips forward. Hands to hips, Walk the spine back up. Hips come back towards heels. Hands can be in the lap. Back bends are so good for the body. So important to do them every single day. Whether you want to or not, it is so important. If there is one thing you can do every single day, do not only a yoga class, but do some back bends. Breathe. Good. Hands plant, walk the feet out, doing one more vinyasa, chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog. Oh, really bend the knees here, walk it out. Bring the gaze forward, step, hop, walk, or float the feet through, finding your seat. If you're working that float through, you come high on the tiptoes, press into the hands, draw the knees high and towards the body, and extend the legs out. Comes with time. Plant the feet so the knees are bent, extend the arms forward, chin to chest, slowly roll down the spine. Hug the knees into the chest, send the legs up towards the sky. Grab on right under that right ankle, lower the left leg to hover above the mat, and then let's switch it out, draw the left leg in, hover the right leg above the mat. Switch, switch, switch. Anchor the low back down into mat, lift the shoulders off the mat, chin is away from the chest. Switch, switch, switch. Keep switching the legs. Now bring the hands behind the head and alternating opposite elbow to opposite knee. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, tapping left elbow to right knee. Find those tiny little pulses. So you're not coming down, you're just going up from the highest point and then going higher, 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 higher. Keep pulsing. Hold it there, tiny little micro pulses. 3, 2, switch. Right elbow, left knee. Anchor the low back down, lift those shoulders up, touch it, pulse it, squeeze it, lift higher, 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 higher. Keep going. 3, 2, 1. Hug the knees into the chest. We're not done yet. Extend the legs up to the sky. Hands come down to the mat. Flex the feet to lower them. And then point to lift them. Flex to lower. Point to lift. Activate the quadriceps. Flex lower. Point lift. Flex lower. And as you lift them up, let's scissor kick them up. Flex lower. Scissor kick them up. Flex. Activate the core. Anchor it down. Come on. Let's do 3 more. Lower. Scissor lift. Lower. Scissor lift. Last one. Come on. Lower. And lift. Good. Bend the knees. Plant the feet. Heels are near the glutes, doing a bridge pose to open up through the abdomen. Press into the feet, lift the hips. If you want to do a supported one with the hands under the hips, feel free. If you want to interlace the fingers, you can windshield wiper, or you can shimmy the shoulders underneath the body. Right, left, tucking the shoulder blades underneath, and then pressing into the heels. Good. Continue to press into the heels, drawing chin away from the chest, still finding that length through the spine. If you want to move into a full wheel, you are already set up for it, so you can just plant the hands over the shoulders, press into the feet, press into the hands, maybe coming to the top of the head first, and then pressing up. Feel that awesome opening through the abs. Nice back bend. One more inhale, lift up. Slowly lower down. Now we can windshield wiper the knees side to side. Hug the knees into the chest. Extend the legs up to the sky. Place the hands under the hips, just letting them drain. If it feels good here, to circle those ankles again, spread the toes. I like to open my mouth really wide, sticking my tongue out as far as I can towards my jaw. I must be a teeth clencher because it feels so good. So from here, we will be doing a plow pose to shoulder stand sequence. If that is gibberish to you, I would like you to watch first, just because I don't want you to do anything that compromises your cervical spine. So for plow pose, you start to pike the legs up. You start to lift the hips. You can use the hands on the back, and you start to walk the feet over. You can always bend the knees, rest them on the forehead, and you're using your hands to kind of press your hips up. Knees can rest on forehead. You can just stay right here. Eventually, as the feet will reach their way to the back, you'll continue to walk the feet back, interlacing the fingers, and just like you did in that bridge pose, start to shimmy the shoulder blades underneath, and then you can lower the tops of the feet to the floor behind you. But great option to just use your hands on your back, rest the knees on the forehead. And then from here, we're moving into a shoulder stand. So again, just probably continue to watch if you don't know what that is yet. So we'll start to pike the legs up. And you walk the hands from the low back down towards the shoulder blades. Walking, walking, walking. And then as you reach the top, you squeeze the legs together. You're trying to press the hips towards the back of the mat and feet towards the top of the mat. So always in the shoulder stand, you just want to gaze up at the toes. Same in plow pose. We always want to protect our cervical spine. So it's so important not to gaze right to left, just up towards the sky. Then passing through a deaf yogi, knees can frame the ears. Pausing here. And then just rolling down the spine, one vertebrae at a time, allowing the knees to just graze over the nose. Lowering the hips down. You can find a happy baby. Peace fingers can hook the big toes or the outside edges of the feet. Use the strength of the arms to draw the knees towards the mat. This time, chin a little towards chest, trying to flatten the cervical spine all the way down to the tailbone towards the mat. If it feels good to straddle or kick, alternate, feel free. Let's hug the knees into the chest. Rock the body side to side. Hug the right knee in, extend the left leg long. Draw the right knee over towards the left, gaze right. Ooh, got a little pop there. Slowly unwind, hug both knees into the chest. Keep the left knee in, extend the right leg. Left knee over towards the right, gaze left. Make your way back through center, hug knees into chest. Extend the legs up towards the sky, hands up towards the sky. Just give everything a shake, shake it out. Open and close the jaw, maybe rock the head right to left. Hug the knees in. Wrap the arms around the knees, chin to chest, forehead into knees. Take a big inhale, squeeze the body in tight, tight, tight. Hug it in. And then let it all go. Final Savasana. Just letting the feet fall away, palms face open, close the eyes. Release the tongue from the roof of the mouth, relax the jaw. Try to hold no tension throughout the face. I know it always creeps in so easily, but try to mindfully just let it go. I will leave you in this final Savasana. As always, take as much time as you need, take as much time as you have. I know transformation, growth, change can also often be very scary, but just know with a firm foundation, healthy body, clear mind, you are fully equipped to make whatever leaps you need to make. So be confident in yourself, trust the process, and what's the saying? You never know there's a net there until you take that leap. So good luck with everything, and I hope this practice has served you well. I will see you next time on the mat. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Namaste. Bye.